Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Maya B here, and today we are back for another hair tutorial. This time I'm going to be showing you how to do your own faux locks, individual crochet method. I put them in individually so they're a little bit more versatile. They look kind of natural, you know. I went for the more natural look with this style. So if you are into those super like neat ones, this might not be the style for you per se, but yeah, no, I really love it. It's one of the easiest things let's just be honest here, it's the only thing I know how to do to my hair other than a twist out. So here we are. I'll make this intro real short. I just want to show y'all what I used, what gel I used. Honestly, you don't have to use exactly what I used, but I'll, let y'all in on, the Kool-Aid or whatever. This is, again, the individual crochet method. No crochet needle needed. That's the best part, save you a little $1.99 or something like that. While you sitting there watching me do my head or whatever, go ahead, scroll down. It's like maybe half an inch. There's a little button. It's gonna look like this or this. I don't know which way it's facing, actually, now that I think about it. Without further ado, Crochet Locs. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna get right into it. So this is what it looks like when you first take it out the pack, and then this is my section of hair, and I am using some beeswax as my gel. Honestly though, I would recommend that you just blow dry your hair. I did this so dumb. Just blow dry your hair and maybe use a little beeswax on your edges, but you don't really need it. See that I'm separating the hair, so I separated into two pieces at first, so one big piece and one smaller piece. And like I said, you can use beeswax, but you definitely don't want to use a more water-based gel. I would not recommend Eco Styler, Gorilla Glue, or anything like that for this style because it'll just make it less neat. And then there is, like I said, the lock. There is the loop. Okay, and then as you can see, I'm unraveling it just a little bit. You don't want to unravel it too much because then it'll get puffy. And you don't want it to get puffy. So then, yeah, I put the larger piece of hair in between the loop. And then I take the other piece of hair. I separate it into two pieces, and then I start my braid. As you can see, I'm braiding super tight and I'm tender-headed, so excuse my face, y'all, but I wanted it to look really nice up front. I'm actually just redoing the front because I had slept on it without my bonnet and my hair tie, so I'm trying to make it look neat, y'all. But yeah, that's why I said you don't want to use a water-based gel, because if you do, you just gotta braid extra tight, and even then, when your hair is kind of wet from the gel, it's not going to look as neat as you want it to be. Okay, yeah, so here you can see I finished the braid. Not necessarily braiding it all the way down, but just enough that it'll stay inside of the lock and I can hide it. So then I kind of pull and tug to make sure it's secure, and then that part of the lock that I unraveled before, I'm unraveling it, trying to get to the middle, and then wrapping the braid with the lock, and then just keep doing that all the way down. Okay, so here you kind of see my method of just wrapping the braid inside of the lock. So you want to unravel it just a little bit and wrap it, and you're just going to keep doing that basically until you get to the bottom of the braid. And a couple of things you want to do to make sure that your braid doesn't show through. One of them is overlapping the braid with the lock. So like where I'm taking the crochet piece and wrapping it around my braid, I might wrap a certain part like a couple of times with the lock, just so that way when you're styling and pulling on it and putting it into ponytails, whatever you're gonna do, it doesn't pull down to expose the braid. And here I am doing the same thing. I just took my section of hair, split it into two, put the big piece into the loop, and then separated that and started braiding. This piece I didn't use any lock gel on. I feel like you can tell a difference, but I mean, as long as you don't use a wet gel, you should be able to get a pretty neat style. Okay, so here you can kind of see me getting to the end of the braid. So what I do here is I unravel the lock just a little bit more. I start pulling on the actual lock itself, like I said, so I'm making sure that the braid is not going to be exposed. And then I'll go ahead and tuck the last little strand of hair there. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm like kind of pulling on the hair itself and pulling the braid down, just so I can make sure that when I'm styling, the crochet is not going to expose the braid. Okay, so another thing you want to do to make sure that the braid is not being exposed is kind of rewrapping them at the end of your hair. So after you tuck it, you want to kind of wrap your hair with the crochet lock and then just kind of make it a little bit tighter, because sometimes, like I said, they can get a little puffy with the unraveling. Okay, y'all, that's my finished look. Head ass. Okay, but yeah, as you can see, I'm done. A little bit of bloopers action, but yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.